Restream dashboard acting up. Hopefully, you're all not listening to me just getting set up. Oops, it happens. So, hello, Guildies. Welcome back to another episode of Guild Wars 2. I remain, as always, your host, Trellin, and we are here once again with Torthin and Gara to do a little bit more progress on Living World Season 1. We're almost not going to stream today. I was kind of considering, just kind of relaxing, but I was feeling the itch to play a little bit, so, yeah, we'll see how long we're on tonight. We technically didn't quite finish the first part last time, because we have to go to the celebration, we had this thing to read, but we mostly finished the first part of it, because we finished up the mine there. And they call it a mine. Alright, Torthin Stormhold. I can't thank you enough for helping avenge Kragstead. The Molten Alliance was foolish to push us, but that device, I'm glad we destroyed it. I'm on my way to Newt Whitebear and Holbrack. I owe him nothing, but reporting what happened is the right thing to do. God, I hate Bram. Besides, I heard from one of the prisoners that Ottilia might be in Holbrack. Safe. I want to make sure she's okay. Excuse me, Bear. I am reading right now, good sir. Rox sends her things too. She's taking captured Alliance members back to the Black Citadel stockades. I know we come from different worlds, but I want to what? Rox says we were thrown together for a reason. Her eyes are creepy as hell, but I won't hold that against her. She doesn't think this will be the last time we meet, and I hope she's right. Maybe I'll see you in Holbrack. I owe you the largest glass of ale you can carry. Oh, and Rox suggests you go to the Citadel to help her with the interrogations. Who knows what intel you two might collect. May Wolf guide your steps, my friend. Okay. Well, I guess we gotta go do both of those things, so we will reluctantly go talk to Boyo here. Yeah, Quiet Celebration is our next thing. We're not at Sky Pirates just yet, but we'll get there. Alright. Holbrack we go. Go meet up with whiny babby Bram. The Bram Kraka. Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, you like that one? That was a good one. I thought that one up on my own just now. Alright, enter in that instance. Listen to the conversation. Alright, well, there's nobody else to really talk to, so I guess we'll go listen to that conversation. Garm!
They were almost all. By the time I got to Kragstead, a dozen of my friends.
I see. May the spirits guide them to peace.
If we'd stood together. No. It's every hunter for himself, right?
It's not
Little
that simple.
bitch. Yeah, exactly.
It is.
No, it's not.
What are you going to do now?
You care? I'm gonna rebuild Kragstead with whoever's left of my friends.
The smart choice is to regroup and finish the fight later. Whatever you do, may the spirits keep you safe.
I like Newt's reaction right there. Bram was being a petulant, whiny baby.
He has Bear's backbone and Raven's wit.
Yes, he got those from his father. I just wish he didn't also have Wolf's heart.
Like, I don't know. You had the right to ask for help. You have the right to be annoyed that you couldn't get the help. And to point out, the silly reasoning in not giving the help. I did that as well. I pointed out, well, that's a kind of dumb reason. But to, come in here and be like, a dozen of my friends died and every hunter for himself, right? Newt's whole reason for not helping you is that he didn't want to leave his people undefended. So, I don't know. Bram is just, he always jumps to, the most unreasonable conclusions and gets, whiny and pissy about it. And I don't like him. Newt! I hear you've been busy, my friend. I bet it was a satisfying venture to send the Molten Alliance packing. A good kick to the face and the nuts. I want to hear all the details. Maybe over a cold glass of ale? Like you said, it was a venture. I'm sure it was. The Vigil came through for us here. Apparently the Molten Alliance has bases lining the mountains. Doesn't sound like they'll be stirring up any more trouble, for now at least. We'll see. I heard you... The fuck? I heard you went to Kragstead with Bram. I hope you had a good fight. I was worried for those homesteaders. Bram fights well. No doubt. I wish I could have fought beside him, but I couldn't leave Holbrack to fend for itself. I tried to convince Bram to stay too. He'll probably never forgive me. So it's true, Bram is your son. It's true. I was young and eager to prove myself, so I had a babby. He's lived with his father all these years. Bor? Oh, that foolish man. We agreed it was the best thing for him. For Bram. If you put in the time, Bram will figure it out. He probably won't, because he's a little bitch. I'm glad I ran into you, Commander. Everything you did means a lot. All for a stranger you didn't even know. You always find a warm welcome in Kragstead. Visit any time. Are you headed back to Kragstead? Not yet, but soon. I want to enjoy the victory bonfire with the remaining refugees. We deserve it. After that, I'll return home. I want to make sure Otilia's okay. I haven't seen her yet. Again, I don't think we ever do see her. Enjoy the celebrations. Best of luck. Alright, well that's that. Can't talk to Garm once again, my favorite character. But that's alright. He's still the bestest boy, so it's fine. Alright, head to the jail in the Black Citadel. Guess we're doing that now.
The ring of the anvil is mute.
Music to my ears. Okay, Black Citadel. Wait, why is it telling me to go that way? The heck? It's definitely not that way, is it? It's like right through here? And we go down this? Yeah, it's a great example of why you can't trust the game's auto-mapping stuff. Listen to the conversation. Seneca the Relentless and Hastur Backbiter. Hastur the Unspeakable is in here? What? What conversation am I listening to? Oh, it must be that one. Well,
Chose a new pet.
It chose me.
It suits you. Train it well.
and make your eyes smaller.
I was wondering, Tribune, when...
When will you know if you're qualified to join my warband? When I'm damn good and ready, Gladium. And not before.
Yes, Tribune. Sorry, Tribune.
Another reason to not like him, not only does it look weird, her character, like, can't have emotion in these cutscenes. Like, you saw Ritlock there, like, look down and kind of looked, like, conflicted or grumpy. Another time, Commander, I've got things to do. Talk to Seneca if you need assistance. Hey, what are you doing? What are you going to do to Rox? I'm going to beat the shit out of her. I mean, what? I mean what a lot. I should stop that. If I told you, I'd have to kill you. Don't worry, she's tough. She can probably handle whatever we throw at her. Probably. So long as she's smart and asks for help. Gotta go fast. But yeah, like, Ritlock had, like, emotion and, like, you know, facial expressions, and Rox just has giant eyeballs that, like, don't blink and can't make any, like, real expressions. Exactly, Ritlock. I'm glad you agree. Thank you for laughing at my jokes. At least somebody does. Alright, let's talk to Hastur the Unspeakable. What do you want? Do you have a message from her? No messages for prisoners, sorry. Who is her?
Rely on iron.
Scorch me, I haven't seen this place so full since I can't remember. What's gonna happen to them? They'll stay here until the Imperator is done interrogating them. Then he'll judge and sentence them. Chances are they'll be sent to the Blood Citadel, where they'll be properly punished. Have they explained why they did it? They felt more powerful in the Alliance than alone. They obviously want to take territory. Who knows how far they'll go. I'm glad we can rely on folks like you to stop them. What'll happen to all their weapons? We're salvaging what we can. When a factory is destroyed, it takes the weapons caches with them. No Iron Legion soldier worth his salt could pass up the chance to study the molten arms, though. Okay. I see. Then we got Vic's Scapegoat. Well, that's a great name for a prisoner. You gotta believe me, I'm innocent. I swapped my watch with someone else. A guy named Bitterpaw. He's the one who did it, not me. I'm not the one you have to convince, but maybe, point your name out to them and they'll consider it. Veteran Dredge prisoner. It doesn't matter what you do to me. We Dredge will not be ignored. Success was in our grasp, if only the Flame Legion weren't as thick as bedrock. Thick? What do you mean? Too thick to learn new tricks. We tried, but they're trapped in the past. All they know is fury. Give them anything sensitive to handle, like Dredge machinery, and they crumple under the pressure. So why did you ally with them? Vova told us it was safe, that it was a good idea. But why the Flame Legion? They control the lava, the beautiful lava that flows through our caves. We used it to power our hybrid machinery. Those weapons are gone now. Because surely you only had them in the one place that we blew up. Veteran Flame Legion prisoner just taking a nappy poo. It was the Flame Legion, I warned them. I warned all of them that those good-for-nothing occultists. Easy to blame someone else for your misjudgments, ain't it? Misjudgments? Perhaps. We thought we could work on common ground, merge our technologies. We'd never have to worry about being conquered again. We believed them. Them? I've already said too much. If I were you, I'd direct my questions at the Char. They're far more guilty than we are. Shame on you. Can't see it, but I'm wagging my finger at him. Shame on me? Shame on my leaders! They let themselves be seduced by power. We were fine until we got greedy. Evil trickster, evil! See, you have nothing more to add. How about, this guy? What, you got a problem with me? Just curious, what did you hope to accomplish? You could never understand because you and your people are destined to die in our fires. Your time is coming. You should prepare yourselves. What you talking about? What you talking about, Veteran Flame Legion prisoner? Nothing. Never mind. Go fight your dragons. If you don't, they'll annihilate you. They'll annihilate you too. I doubt it. We'll be here long after the dragons have swallowed you and yours. In your dreams. It's like a childish back and forth right there. I didn't expect to see you. It's good to see a friendly face. Tribune Brimstone has me interrogating the prisoners. I owe you a big thanks for your help at the hatchery. Ritlock was impressed. Have you gotten them to talk? A little. Been spending more time keeping them from killing each other. Both blame the other for their defeat. Any camaraderie the Molten Alliance had is gone. You're welcome to give it a shot, though. What are you up to now? I have a long overdue date with a hot meal and a long, relaxing bath. As soon as this interrogation is done, there's a hot spring in the mountains with my name on it. I can't tell if you're excited about that, or like traumatized by that, or I don't know, your face is terrifying all around. So you've decided to adopt that little devourer? More like he adopted me. Maybe we were meant for each other. As soon as I can, I'll take him back to the hatchery so we can train together. How's the warband bid going? So far so good, though I've only just begun. I think they were impressed by how we handled the hatchery, but that was just a preliminary test. There'll be more, and it'll be brutal. Call on me if you need help. Absolutely. Thanks for offering. I'm going to need all the luck and help I can get. I'm familiar with Tribune Brimstone's depth of imagination when it comes to testing. I'll be in touch. Bye, Frostbite. You're also creepy as hell and have eyes that match your owner, so you got that going for you. We got mail. Meet up with Rox and Bram at the Victory Bonfire. We couldn't have done it without you, Torth and Stormhold. The Molten Alliance has deteriorated for the moment. Dredge still inhabit Wayfarer foothills, but they're independent of the Alliance. My next task is to find out what caused those two forces to unite. While I'm investigating the matter, I encourage you to rest and warm yourself at the celebration bonfires. This battle was hard fought, and your contributions have earned you the right to a little relaxation. Alright, let's go do some R&R. Go to them there, a Victory Bonfire, which is probably Holbrack. Yeah, why didn't they have me go to the Black Citadel first if they were just going to have me come back to Holbrack? Wouldn't it have made more sense to do Black Citadel, Holbrack, instead of Holbrack, Black Citadel, Holbrack? Hey, you told me it was right here, game. You lied to me. I am very offended by this breach of my trust. Although I should have seen it coming after you told me to like turn around and leave the Black Citadel when it was trying to direct me to the prison there earlier. And away we go. Got a little bit we need to sell, but not really. I have a grey wolf. Spirits be praised that it's finished. Though I have to say, it's still hard to celebrate when I know what heartbreak and hardship the refugees went through. Maybe now they can start over. What are they doing now? The Consortium camp in South Sun Cove. See, that's what I was talking about. That thing that, like, just kind of got taken out. And I wasn't around for the first run of Living World Season 1. So I just don't have that context. And it appears that it's, like, mildly important context. Like, it introduces a character that, like, we're gonna want to know later and stuff like that. And we just don't get that information. So that's cool, I guess. Others, though, are talking about following some kid named Bramcracker back to rebuild his village. Kid's got a way about him. Inspiring. Really? People think he's inspiring? I'm gonna have to take your word for it on that. Wait, are we in an instance right now? How are Bram and Rox here?
Good hunting.
Join me at the bonfire, friend. We celebrate the Molten Alliance's defeat. It was hard won, but well deserved. Can talk to Frostbite. Oh, just dances. Okay, that's creepy.
Good to see you.
Commander, good to see ya. I figured you'd make it my way, or figured I'd make my way to Holbrack after the interrogations. Take a minute to savor the quiet. Plus, Bram's quite the singer when he's 3 glasses of ale deep. Hopefully the quiet lasts, and we don't have to listen to Bram sing. Word is that the Molten Alliance has scattered. The Vigil and Wolfborn are caging up the stragglers, trying to gather any intel they can. The Citadel jail's going to need a new annex at this rate. I mean, they only had like 6 cages in there, so probably. I meant to ask in the mine about the explosives. Oh yeah, I'm not ready to talk about that. Not yet. I've got a weight on my shoulders, and sometimes it keeps me from opening up. It keeps me from living, but if I take it day by day, we can talk whenever you're ready. So lore, kind of relevance there. I think Ritlock had mentioned that Rox is a gladium, which, like, the whole Char society is built around warbands, and, like, weirdly, warbands don't actually have to go to war. Like, you could have, as we saw with the place where we got Frostbite here, like a warband that's just all about raising animals, right? And that's just your job, but you do it as a warband, as a group. And if you lose your warband for whatever reason, you become a gladium. So we know that whatever happened with Rox, she doesn't have a warband anymore. So safe to assume it was something with explosives or something like that, since she's freaked out by him.
Hey,
Commander, I'm glad. See, that's what's confusing me, is there's other players here, so this isn't an instance. Are they also seeing Bram and Rox here then? Because I came here before and Bram and Rox weren't here. Commander, I'm glad you can make it. Sit, please. Grab an ale and we'll savor a moment of reprieve. I'm assuming what it is like if you flagged a certain point in the story, the game just auto-updates and, you know, you don't have, like, so, like, if I hadn't beaten that area, I wouldn't see Bram and Rox here. But if they could do that, then why is, like, Fort Concordia, for example, covered in vines? Why don't they just make it so you don't see that until that part of the story happens? I don't know. Like, I can see why Lion's Arch would still be different, because the actual, like, terrain changes. Commander, I'm glad you can make it. Sit, please, grab an ale, and we'll savor a moment of reprieve. I'm glad to see you in high spirits.
Spirits of the wild welcome you.
Yeah, they welcome you. High enough spirits. The loss of life at Kragstead. Well, at least we can celebrate our victory against the Molten Alliance. The Vigil's keeping an eye out for any more weapons facilities. Hopefully this is the end of it. Okay. This bonfire represents our victory over the Molten Alliance. A satisfying chorus of snaps and crackles fills the air. Though there's something bittersweet about the
Long
smell.
allies make for quicker victories.
We do make a good team, don't we?
I mean, that is, I guess, relevant to what we're doing, but it's still kind of annoying. Warm yourself. Alright, well, there we go. 3 refugee child's drawings. Oh, look, that person's doing the same thing. We'll just sit here for a minute then. Yeah, Flame and Frost complete. Next mail, infinite adventure awaits. Salutations. I don't care about this. It's about fractals. We're not going to be doing fractals, at least not at the moment. Maybe eventually, but definitely not right now. Okay, so we should have continued that. There we go. Read the mysterious letter. Yeah, also. Okay, so I guess... Ah, okay, I see. So we still need 2 more to eventually get that, but I don't really care about it for this one. How about Sky Purates? Aetherblade's signet. I mean, power, precision, and ferocity, and it's a ring, which I would like. So let's see, we're 13 out of 15. So over the course of this next one, we'd want to loot the final treasure chest in the Aetherblade's secret base. Oh, I've actually seen that secret base. I didn't figure out how to get to the end, though. So maybe we'll do that at the end of this whole thing. Okay, so there's some sources of information that we missed. Use the TASI box to scan 11 potential suspects, primary or otherwise. That's weird. I feel like I did that before. Well, okay. These ones are totally doable. Okay, so we missed 2 things at the dead-end bar, so we could definitely do those. Alright, excellent. Torthen Stormhold. You may not know me, but I know you. I'm calling upon you because you're capable in the face of danger. If you consider yourself a force for good in this world, then I implore you to attend the Dragon Bash effigy ceremony in Lion's Arch. I've heard whispers about a threat to the ship's council, and, if left unchecked, to the city itself. I'd intervene myself, but circumstances prevent it. I'd wish you luck, but luck is what fools and idiots require to stay alive. You, I believe, are neither. I will surely contact you again. E. So, at the point I've gotten to in the story, I still have no idea who E is, but for some reason I have decided that E is a woman. I don't know why, but, like, that's just how I read it in my head. Like, that, like, E's a girl. No idea who she might be, but, I feel like E is a she. And that's all there is to it. Oops, I'm on my broom. Didn't mean to do that, but hey, might as well enjoy it. Alright, so let's get a bunch of karma. 15,000, not too bad. Gotta make up the karma for this gear, right? Okay, so we can go to Lion's Arch now, right? That's what we're doing. Enter Lion's Arch from Gandharan's Field. Okay, so we have to enter it to get the instance going. Which is... well, we're going to have to leave first to get that. That's okay. Turns out we've never been to Gandharan Field on this character. Who'da thunk it? Running. Oh, look, the train hasn't loaded. Running to Gandharan Fields. We're definitely not doing Super Adventure Box. Not on this character. I put too much work into it on my main character. And the, as far as I understand, the items are character bound, not account bound. So, yeah, no thank ya. Okay, we did get that waypoint, just making sure of that. Because we're going to come back eventually to do what this guy's letting us do over there, but that's decently far in the future. Those are creepy looking effigies. I mean, I guess that's the point of an effigy, to look kind of creepy looking, right? Join the crowd in front of the ceremony stage. Oh yeah, I always gotta remember to update this in between. I'm not sure if I've mentioned it before in passing or not, but basically on any given day when I do my dailies on my main character, I usually do the Worldview World dailies because they're, in my experience, the quickest ones to do. And in Worldview World, you definitely want lowest model limit because you get just like zergs of people that will overwhelm your computer and connection otherwise. Okay, I don't see anybody I can talk to. I'm just kind of trying to mouse over everybody to see if a little like dialogue box pops up. These are just both called bankers, but they are identical twins.
Captains
Oh,
and crew,
got too close.
and visitors too. Welcome to the first annual Dragon Bash.
Yeah,
Is everyone having a good time?
I guess so. First annual, you say?
It's time to light the effigies and turn this Dragon Bash into a Dragon Burn.
Light 'em up?
First, let me introduce the other ship's council members
Bro.
who are joining us today.
Pirate Burning
Give a
Man.
hearty hi-ho to the finest captain on the council, Captain Anne Reed.
Hi
When I
ho!
say fine, I do mean fine.
Ooh.
Next on the docket is the captain of the Sprocket, Captain Talk.
Docket
One of the
Sprocket.
most impressive Asura ever to sail the seas.
Boo, Asura.
You should see my new rocket.
Spocket Rocket.
And
Docket.
last but not least, it's Captain Theo Ashford of the Ascalonian Ashfords. A more effective family of cutthroats never lived.
You got the most boring
You're
intro.
too kind, Magnus. I'll have to work extra hard to live up to your praise.
You'd better, you salty
Vork.
old dog. The ship's council will also like to welcome the cultural representatives joining us today. They're all secretly wondering if we brought them up here to sacrifice them. No, of course we didn't. Let's give our brave visitors a hand. They brought memorials for their kin who were killed by dragons. All hands on deck. Toss your memorials on the pyre. Let's light the horizon with this dastardly dragon.
Toss him on there. Do it to it, Lars. Woohoo, Vork. Go, ogres.
That's right. Toss your memorials right on the effigy. Everybody, let's remember all those we've had taken from us. Nicely done, friends. Nicely done. All right, light 'em up.
Light 'em up. Uh-oh. Big bada boom.
Light 'em.
Oh, he got blar. Oh, and they got blargled.
You have something for me?
Do we?
Everyone stay calm. The Lion Guard are here. You there. Get to the counselors and protect them. You, get up to the stage and form a perimeter around the counselors. Lion Guard, go get that Joliak and bring it to the front. We have injured and we need to get the counselors to safety.
Who needs assistance?
See if you can help the Char cultural rep. He's injured and not moving.
I'll do what I can.
Stay alert, everyone. That may have just been the prelude. Oh no. Some are seriously injured. Where's that Joliak? You, and... oh, miss. All of you. Go with that Joliak. Make sure the injured counselors get to the fort.
What should I do? I guess I'll get out of the way. Cool. The counselors don't sound like they're doing so good in there. Defend the cart. Okay, that's what I will do. You can trust me, I'm a random bystander. Well, I guess I'm not. I'm the commander of the pact, and they would know that.
Let's do this.
Veteran mysterious attacker. They've been a mysterious attacker for quite some time. They know what they're doing.
Such might.
Oh boy.
I have returned to fight at your side.
I'm getting a little bit messed up. But it's not too bad. Oh, I got stunned. They hit me with the stone cold stunner. He did. I say you, he did. Oh, I thought I turned that off. My bad. Oh, that sounds like they showed up again. Confuses? You better not confuse me.
I have returned to fight at your side.
Oh, so not all of them are veterans, huh? Wow. I was just, checking the sky to see if there was anything up there. No particular reason.
Faster!
Extra damage, you say? I like extra damage. That's my favorite kind of damage.
I have returned to fight at your side.
Now, if only you had returned to shut the hell up. I like that we saw their actual mob title for a second there when they first came down. Kind of takes the mystery away from the mysterious attacker, eh?
Back me up.
Oh, booty! I forgot that there was this many. Defeat attackers to clear the way for the injured. Oh, I'm slow. He's throwing grenades. Attacker morale.
Feels nice.
Why does their morale keep on, going back up? Does it, go up when they defeat people or something? That's probably it, eh?
Foul this locale no more.
Befoul this locale no more. I guess it's just defeat all of them, huh? I thought it was a case of you just gotta defeat them until their morale bar goes down. But, considering that the morale bar keeps on going back up of its own volition, it's gotta be a defeat all of them situation. Situation! Y'all, we got a situation over here. This poor Lion Guard was just getting beat down there a little bit. Oh, that's why I was clicked on the wrong person. I was like, why am I not using my skills properly here? What's going on? Ow. I should have paid attention to the fact that this guy has knockdown. So let's hit him with one of those. Try to knock down now, buddy. Oh, poor Lion Guard wasn't standing in my anti-knockdown bear. Oh, I changed stances at the worst possible moment. Alright, let's just gather these guys all up, yeah? Oops, I didn't mean to turn that off. There we go. So it was not 100% of the people we needed to kill. It was just most of them. Hey, Cart. Yeah, I like this storyline a lot more than the Molten Alliance one. It's more fun, in my opinion. And a little bit more cohesive. It tells a more understandable storyline. You're introduced to the concept. I'm told that in the original Living World thing, the refugees like started showing up at Holbrack and Black Citadel first.
This was no accident. I'm
And then you like eventually started doing all the other stuff.
I think it's fair to say you saved a few lives today. Go enjoy what's left of Dragon Bash. There's nothing more to do here. I'll check in on the injured.
But in the way it's implemented now, it just kind of comes out of nowhere. Whereas this one, like, you get an invitation to Dragon Bash. I wish you were told a little bit more about what it is before it starts, but it gets there. And then, like, you know, you have this happens, and, like, it all kind of fits together a little bit more cohesively. The missions are a little bit more fun. Alright, so we got 2 dragonfish candies. I'll just eat those as quickly as I can so I don't forget. Tyrian Mastery, sure. And then Deluxe Gearbox. Nothing too fancy. Alright, eat that, do that, do that, do that. Bam, bam.
This is the only proper course.
The only proper course, you say? Yeah, let's exit to Gandharan Fields. Leave the area to plan your next move. Let's plan it up. Call me a 1700s Southern dandy, 'cause I got a plantation. What the hell is their back thing? I don't like it. I don't like that. Ugh, it makes me feel uncomfortable. Ew. What is it? Blech. Alright, another letter from E. Torthen Stormhold, the situation has worsened. One of the Lion's arch-counselors, Theo Ashford, has succumbed to his wounds. The Lion Guard is keeping the news quiet while the festival continues, but they're overwhelmed trying to maintain security in the city. At this very moment, a killer walks free, and this cannot be allowed. Go to Divinity's Reach, to the Eastern Commons. There, in a back-alley bar named the Dead End, called the Dead End, you'll find one of the best investigative minds in Tyria, Marjorie Delacroix. She will need your help to find those behind the counselor's death. Tell her E sent you. Work with her, sift through the clues, and solve the crime. I will surely contact you again. E. Alright, so, I generally like Marjorie and the other character that's going to be introduced with her eventually. But I do think her voice actor is really awkward. When I first did this, I thought she was like a throwaway side character that was supposed to be like satire towards like detective noir kind of stuff. I don't know why my effects aren't going. There we go. That was weird. Just because of like how she talks, it sounds like she's trying really hard to put on that like hard-boiled 1920s detective sort of talk, and it just comes across as really weird to me. Like really, really weird, instead of like cool, which I think is what they were going for. But I mean, she's still a cool character overall. I do just generally kind of see her as like a throwaway side character as a result, though. It kind of gives a little bit of a hint as to other characters here. The Dead End Bar. That's a cool sword. But it's a great sword, which is not what I use. Hard boiled. So remember, that's her right there. We need to find 2 readable thingies in here. And I think she's Canthan by the look of her too. And I think this might be the first Canthan character we've seen. Maybe I'm just smoking the dope. Oh, here it is. Look, it's
Could
even...
have been just another dreary night in the same old smoky bar. With that siren song lulling drunks and lonely hearts deeper into their sorrows. It could have been. But then, he walked in. Logan Thackeray. A man with all the answers. Well, some of the answers. Some of the time.
Marjorie Delacroix?
If it suits you.
It suits me just fine. I want to hire you. There's been a murder. Lion's Arch Counselor Theo Ashford is dead. And I want to know who's responsible.
Sounds like a job for the Lion Guard. What's got you peeved?
Between you and me, Ashford's an old friend of the family. I want to make sure they find his killer.
I see. And you don't trust the Lion Guard.
Let's just say I'm hedging my bets. The pay's good. You in?
How can I say no to Captain Lowe?
No names. I was never here.
Maybe not. But your money is. I'm in.
Lady Casimir, what are you doing in a place like this?
I like how she just doesn't respond. It just zooms in on her face. But yeah, you could see...
Excuse me, Jory. What did Logan Thackeray want?
Justice, I guess. And he paid in advance.
Where are you going this time?
Lion's Arch. Come along if you like. I could use your special talents. Besides, Dragon Bash is in full swing.
Thank you. That's so kind. I believe I shall.
You could see why I thought that she was like kind of a joke side character, right? Like especially with like that intro and the setup to it. Like it really doesn't seem like she's going to become one of like your main characters throughout this new storyline here. But she's going to be... Alright, so I think I found the first thing. It was like somewhere over here. I'd like to properly find it. But I don't see... Oh, it's sitting down. Gotcha. That makes more sense. Here's it is. So, before I read this, I just gotta, like, I was thinking as that cutscene was playing, like, you know, people sitting in a bar back in the day, like, you know, that was, like, still sitting in a bar now, but now at a bar, like, you know, there's, like, music, and I guess there was music back then. I don't know. What I'm getting at is, what did people do when you went to, like, maybe if you went to, like, a tavern or something, you know, with your buddies and you were drinking together, that's cool, but, like, what if you went alone? Would you just, like, sit there at a table and, like, drink? You don't have a smartphone to look at. You don't have, like, TV to watch. You're just, like, sitting there with your beer and just drinking. God, that would be boring. Let's read. Lore located. Delacroix Investigations is looking for a level-headed, crafty individual to assist our lead investigator in investigative and clerical work. Pay is negotiable. Applicants must have good social instincts and be willing to discreetly, if possible, dig for evidence. Connections and access to various organizations and social circles are a plus, but not required. Must be good with a pen and quick on your feet. A strong stomach is recommended. Lunch is not provided. All applications can be left with the bartender of the Dead End Bar in the Eastern Commons. Marjorie Delacroix, lead investigator. And of course, that assistant turns out to be Casimir.
What can I do for you? Greetings, stranger.
Welcome to the Dead End Bar. Why the hell are you behind the counter? Welcome to the Dead End. Don't mind the smell. Just had a regular stop by. Got in a fight with his wife. Couldn't hold his liquor. Place is clean, I promise you. What is this place? Only the finest and most secret dining establishment in Kryda. We've never had a customer leave unhappy, and we never will. Come back anytime. It's a bold claim. See you around. This would actually be a pretty cool place to, like how it's kind of recessed here. I think it would be a lot better if there was, like, windows here, but I guess it wouldn't be as hidden then. So, Casimir, by the way, out of all the, like, new characters for, like, the Living World storylines and stuff, is probably my favorite character. And not just because she's smoking hot. I know what you're thinking. But, like, overall, she is, I think, the most, like, likable character. And the most, like, well-rounded and reasonable character. And from what I've seen so far, she also has, like, actual character development. Which, like, people like Bram, you never really get. Like, stuff happens to Bram, but he just continues acting in the same annoying, petulant, childish way that he is. And again, I've only played up through, like, midway through Living World Season 3, so maybe it changes later. But with Casimir, she seems to actually, like, grow as a person. And Marjorie does that to some extent, but I think to a lesser degree than Casimir does. And Rox, again, is just like, she's just Rox. She's always just kind of there. God, I am a giant, dude. Look at this. I didn't realize how big I made my character. I'm a fucking giant of a man. Okay, let's talk to Casimir first. What a pleasure it is to see you. Pleasure's all mine. You've never seen me before. That's a weird way to introduce yourself to somebody. You're showing an unnatural and unhealthy interest in my business. Is there something I can do for you? E sent me to help. Is that so? I shouldn't be surprised. This isn't the first time. Oh, she says he's a he. But she's assuming as well, right? I'm going to assume that E is still a she, provided what I needed before I even knew I needed it. Name's Torthen Stormhold. Marjorie Delacroix. Looks like we're going to Lion's Arch. Torthen Stormhold. You got any outstanding warrants here? There? Not that I'm aware of. You? Not yet. Tell you what. And she gets a little bit less like this, by the way, as the storyline continues. She's still always kind of like this, but I think they put on this, like, hard-boiled 1920s noir detective persona hard in this first one. I wonder if they were, like, not planning on making her a long-term character or something, but yeah. Tell you what, introduce yourself to my friend over there, the blonde. I have to go pack my anti-pirate spray. I'll meet you in L.A. Look for me at the scene of the crime. You bet. I'll talk to Casimir in a second. I want to make sure I do this before I forget. What? No, I don't want to exit to Divinity's Reach. Okay, so that's completed now, so we only need one more to get our Etherblade Signet Ring. Which will actually be really good for us, especially because our rings suck. Letter from the Mesmer Collective. Casimir Mead. I expect that this letter will find you in respectable company and good health. Word has reached the collective of your family's recent hardships, so we want to assure you that the status of your membership is unchanged.
Slice one wet bar rag after another.
Well, that's grim. While I am not versed in the intricacies of human scandal, concerns were raised regarding your ability to perform tasks for us while also meeting your financial obligations. But you just said her status is unchanged. Your sponsor has since stifled any concerns on your behalf. Oh, okay. Vouching for your strength of character, skill, and most importantly, discretion. If it would bolster your spirits, know that you have allies in your corner, including one with great influence. In the meantime, should any situations arise, we will keep you in mind. Your sponsor mentioned you were looking for work around Divinity's Reach. You may contact us if a reference is required. You know the way. Regards, Fourth Vale, Bengd Tovison. Yeah, Mesmer is always a class that I wanted to try as well. Hello, you're here to assist with the investigation into the murder in Lion's Arch? That's right, name's Torthen Stormhold, my lady. Milady, tips Fedora. Pleased to meet you. By all means, call me Casimir. However did you know to come here? E sent me. Ah, the mysterious Mrs. E. I see. Well, your assistance will be more than welcome, I'm sure. I'll see you in Lion's Arch. I feel like the game, considering they want E to be a secret, would also try to throw you off by calling him, like, specifically Mr. E, when it's actually a woman, so I feel like that's more evidence in my favor.
The Six watch over you.
Greetings, stranger. Welcome to the Dead End. Don't mind the smell, just had a regular stop. I already said that. Why did it tell me to talk to him? Speak to Captain Logan Thackeray outside of the Dead End bar. Oh, so I don't actually do that in this instance. That's weird. Usually everything you do is contained within the instance.
I have one. Hey, look. Shiro Tadachi. Wait.
Hold on.
Simpleton.
Give me a second. In fact, give me 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, look, it's Shiro Tagachi. Okay, cool. I'm glad that we were able to enjoy that together. Hey, Commander. What you, overheard in the bar? Your secret's safe with me. Thanks. I know I shouldn't get involved. The Lion Guard are handling it. But I can't just stand around and do nothing. Counselor Ashford was a friend. He had a family. Nobody else has a family. We'll figure out who did this. Hang in there, Logan. Alright, enter Lion's Arch from Gandarian Field. Back we go. So I think this particular part is like one of the weakest parts of this whole story questline thing for part 2 of Living World Season 1. Because we just went all the way to Divinity's Reach, right? We met Marjorie. She then went back to Lion's Arch. And then we also go back to Lion's Arch. So you think, like, time would have passed, right? And the situation within Lion's Arch would have changed in, you know, a comparable fashion. It'd be kind of cool to live in this house, just kind of out front of Lion's Arch. Or, like, those are probably, like, guard houses or something, but... So yeah, surely the situation here is updated by, like, not a massive amount of time, but, like, you know, a noticeable amount of time. Correct? Correct. That's definitely what has happened. Oh, or wait, maybe this thing is still on fire, and everybody is still gathered here, and nothing has really happened. The Lion Guard are holding these people back now. The twin bankers are now dudes, but they're still twins? Okay, I'm confused by that. I'm beginning to think
You look like you're in charge.
that they are the culprits.
So my mama always said. But I'm not here for witty banter, satisfying as that might be. I'm a private investigator from Divinity's Reach, and I want to offer you my services.
What could you possibly offer that the Lion Guard doesn't already have covered?
That's a loaded question. Let me tell you about my Tassie box.
Dude, stop crying, people.
It can detect all manner of energy fluctuations. May I demonstrate?
Now you've got me curious. Of course, curiosity killed the cat. But go on. Show me.
I think I'm far enough back now that I don't have to listen to the crying.
Just press those buttons and see what glows.
Nope, I'm not far enough back.
It means the dead Char recently...
Oh my god, make them stop.
The arcane residue. Not while his life was passing before his eyes.
No kidding.
Not even if you ask nicely.
Not even if you ask nicely. Would that count as environment volume? Let's wait for him to start crying. Nope. Alright, we need somebody to start crying. I think it's effects volume. Okay, we're just gonna turn that effects volume all the way down right now. I don't know why there are some specific sounds that just grate on my nerves. And like that loud like oh, I hate it. I especially hate it when people like cry talk, when they're like crying and talking at the same time. Like I feel heartless because I'm always just like, oh my god, shut the fuck up. Like stop crying and then talk. Hi again, I came along to help Jory. Talking to as many people as I can to see if anyone saw anything. Not coming up with much though, everyone's still pretty shaken. Alright, so we're going to speak with Marjorie now. My instincts haven't failed me yet. Bringing the Tassie boxes was exactly the right thing to do. Will you help me? What do you need me to do? Take one of the Tassie boxes and test people. I've already tested you, so you've been cleared. I'll take a Tassie box. Just point and click. The box was designed to reveal auras, and I've programmed it to highlight residual energy. It's crudely programmed at the moment, but I can fine-tune the settings as we learn more. Got it, thanks. So it wants me to scan 11 people? Was that the achievement when we're thinking of the right thing? Yeah, use the Tassie box to scan 11 potential subjects, primary or otherwise. And this is during the scene of the crime. So could I just scan random ass people? Alright, so I'm not getting the effect sound from this. Weirdly, I still get the fire effect. I guess that's environmental. But I could see people crying. So I know if I turn the effect volume back on, we're going to be stuck listening to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's what I thought. There's not even 11 people to scan here. Are there other people elsewhere that we could scan? Maybe I could scan Casimir? Aha!
Hello.
You think I'm a suspect? I wasn't even here! You can ask Jory! Oh, sorry, I couldn't resist. I just want to scan you, girl. Okay, I thought it was a target and use ability, but it's an actual targetable ability. Alright, so that was one person. Nope, I don't want to leave the area. But there were still only 9 in the main area. Oh, I know who I need to scan. These suspicious motherfuckers. No? Okay. How about Deddy McDedderson here? No? Okay. Seriously, where's the 11th person? I guess I'll just start scanning people. I'd point that thing at a suspect if I were you. Well, what if I don't want to? Calibrating, Commander? Yep. Get that thing away from me unless you want it thrown into the harbor. Well, go away now. Alright, so that was 1, 2, 3, and then 4 from Casimir. 5. Are you in charge here? I've been telling the Lion Guard I had nothing to do with what happened. All this hassle should have never left Ebonhawk. Who are you? For the millionth time, I'm Farley Wallen, appointed by both Commander Samuelson and Queen Jenna to be the human cultural ambassador for Dragon Bash. What did you see? Before the blast, I noticed the Char was acting fidgety. Then I noticed some of the other representatives also looked nervous. Which ones? The Ogre, that Quaggan, the Silvari, and a Skrit. I thought it was stage fright or something. Thanks. Alright, so that was 4. Wait, can I scan myself? Huh, it was worth a try. Gara, did you do it? No, okay. Izuri. I have all my papers, my identity cog, the Arcane Council proclamation, and the contribution manifest. Anything you wish to inquire about, ask. Please, I'm innocent. Who are you? Izuri, honors graduate of the College of Dynamics from Radisum, chosen by the Arcane Council to be the Assyrian component of the Dragon Bash presentation and ritual. What did you see? Oh, that terrible sight. As the other representatives put their items into the effigy, I noticed a strange reaction taking place inside it. Strange how? There was a certain arcane chromatic discharge, as if a cascading escalation were taking place. Certainly not supposed to happen. It's enough for now. Kira Timberhone. Questions. Too many questions. Proper hunters would have caught their prey by now. Who are you? Kira Timberhone, descendant of Ginna Woodsplitter and Norn cultural representative for Dragon Bash. What did you see at the effigy event? There were too many people moving around, too many noises, too many distractions. You know, I've heard some people say afigi, and I don't know if it's like how I say refugi, just to be dumb, but it bothers me. Alright, so we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, didn't she mention a Skrit and an Ogre? Where are the Skrit and the Ogre? And wasn't there also a Coden? I don't like that I could only find 10. Well, let's just do the ones we could see. Are we done here? I need to return home to the Togatl by nightfall. We will be soon. Have you come to ask questions, or have you come to gawk at a survivor? Disgusting. Show respect for the dead and wounded. Bye, dude. Damn. Alright, I don't want to scan the last one until I'm sure that I've... Ah, ha, ha, ha! Sleeping on duty Lion Guard, I found you. This member of the Lion Guard seems to have taken an unsanctioned nap under an umbrella. Regardless, the Tassie box indicates they're innocent. Oh well. Is that seriously what I had to do? That's a cool poster, by the way. I like that. Damn, you seriously just had to find that random-ass dude under an umbrella, huh? That was the only other person that you could scan? Damn, game, that's mean. That is straight up hardcore brutal. Alright, let's talk to this lady. Zap. Oh, you sparkly girl.
You must be kidding.
Don't fret. You'll come to no harm unless you had a hand in what happened.
Yeah, buddy.
She's glowing. All right, lady. You better start talking.
Are you accusing me?
Wait,
yes.
Could she have gotten it from the dead Char that glowed? She attempted to revive him.
The detective would know that too. If she paid better attention to her crime scene.
Oh, disappointment. Well, you're one lucky little pirate, you are. Consider yourself exonerated.
Really? That's all it takes is somebody like being like, maybe she got it from something else. Oh, I guess that proves she's innocent.
5 of the cultural representatives failed to report in. We better track them down. Ms. Delacroix, I'll contact you and your associates when we have something to investigate. Thanks for everything.
Oh, hey, Pencil Cat. Oh, damn, you closed the store when you go on break? I guess you're the only employee working, so that would make sense if you're the only one there. You gotta close it for break. Enjoy your sushi. Good choice of food. Alright, so we are speaking with Inspector Ellen Kiel. We know that the Char representative was probably involved, but I wonder if he had accomplices. Wait, oh, because he's the one that was carrying the thing that blew up. I was going to say, like, he's the one that died. What do you mean he was involved? It doesn't seem like a one-assassin job. Agreed. We're still missing 5 of the cultural representatives who were here at the time. They ran off before we could stop them. How can I help? I can ask around, Inspector. I'll contact our mutual friend here if I hear anything. I'll be waiting. Sounds good. Until then, get some rest. Alright, well, we're definitely putting this ring on right now, because, man, our rings suck. There we go, equipment. Alright, yeah, Signet Ring of Holbrack. Prepare to get super upgraded. Look at that, it's getting 4% critical chance from that. That is what we like to call in this business the good stuff.
Now I shall break you.
Magnus. I am Inspector Gadgeting
I
it.
sense trouble.
I mean, that's a reasonable thing to sense considering somebody just died. Good thing Inspector Keel remembered that she'd sent me to help the Char. That could have been a very different ending. I mean, again, I feel like that presents reason why you're not immediately guilty, but to just be like, oh, she touched the body after it died, that means she's innocent, is insane? You had a near miss. I'm sorry I wasn't able to save him. I am. Now they won't let me leave. They think I did it. You mentioned you have medical experience? I do. I'm Mai Trin. I like that that immediately changes her name. Not my first time trying to save someone from an injury like that. Not the first time I failed, either. Never gets any easier. Hang in there, Mai. Alright, well, we're going to leave the area to plan our next move, then. With our brand new ring. Suspects located. Torth and Stormhold. The Lion Guard have leads on 3 of the 5 missing suspects. I'd love to get lost in this mystery, but I'm needed in Lion's Arch. I mean, we're at Lion's Arch. I'm confused. We only just met, but I need someone who can travel to interrogate the suspects, and you've proven critical in this investigation. Casimir's wrapped up with paperwork back at the bar. Do what you can to convince the suspects to return to Lion's Arch, and take good notes if they say anything interesting. Here's the intel we've got on their locations. We've discovered footprints from the ogre suspect Vork, leaving the crime scene in Lion's Arch. Follow them. Reports indicate that Muralu, the Quaggan suspect, is in Bloodtide Coast in the Sorrowful Sound. Find him. The Skrit suspect, Kasparak, was sighted in Gandharan Fields near Almutin Estates. I'll continue the investigation into the whereabouts of our last 2 suspects. Be wary, trust your instincts, and stay alive. Alright. So Gandharan Fields seems like the logical place to start. And it even gives us a big old circle to look at. I think for now, though, I am going to call it quits at that. It's 8 o'clock. It's about time for me to start getting ready for bed because, you know, old man bedtime and all that. And also, look, if I stop right here, I could stand right in between these 2 things with Lion's Arch in the background. And it's, you know, very fitting for what we're doing here. So for now, I'm going to head on out. Sorry, Pencil Cat, that you will not be able to come back and watch, but I hope that you enjoy closing out your shift tonight. And I will see you all next time. Bye.